I'd also like to share one of our founders, some comments by one of our founders, Stephanie Cressy, who wanted to deliver a message to all of you as someone who was here as the founder. It's impossible and exhilarating to think that an idea that was formulating over 20 years ago could evolve into the successful, incredible Women's Fund El Dorado of today. I'm honored and grateful to be a small part of this evolution of philanthropy in our community. Sometime about 20 years ago, Katie Peak, Madeline, Tammy, and I were serving together on board of directors of the El Dorado Community Foundation. As we attended community foundation conferences in larger cities like Denver and Miami, I started to notice brochures for women's funds within these community foundations. Remember, this was before websites and searching for everything on Google. Information was communicated on paper. We gathered these women's funds brochures and held on to them for years. The three of us talked about the idea of forming a women's fund at the El Dorado Community Foundation. We had a dream to make this a reality. As the saying goes, a goal without a plan is just a dream. And as you can see, the dream turned into a plan, and here we are today. On behalf of Stephanie, thank you, she says, to all of you for helping make this amazing dream a reality. Thank you again. Stephanie, thank you. Madeline and Katie. So looking to the future, we wanted to talk just a little bit about what's in store for us. So I wanted to start this by telling you a little bit about why I became a member of the Women's Fund and why I personally commit my time and resources to this work. So my day job is consulting with nonprofits, educational entities, and assessing their sustainability as organizations. So in that context, I want to tell you a little bit about how, in my professional view, I look at the Women's Fund and the success of their 10-year journey. With a membership of 400 plus and growing, the Women's Fund has an extraordinary depth and breadth of community representation. The growth has far exceeded the vision of the original founders, and we look forward to continued growth in the years ahead. Financial stability is probably the bane of the existence of all nonprofits. The founders had a unique vision. In order to build that financial stability over time, a portion of the contributions went toward building an endowment. In the early years of this organization, it relied on extraordinary volunteer effort to keep things going, as well as the incredible support of the Community Foundation. But now we have staff. And so our appreciation to the Community Foundation, their support from Lene and Sakina, and our very own Amy Pooley, who is part of our team as well, that supports the work that we do. So thanks to the vision of the founders and a really strong investment return, the endowment is projected to be over $500,000 at the end of this year. Yeah. Pretty amazing. So we're at that incredibly terrific spot as an organization. We have operational costs and a team of folks, and we have an endowment that helps support those costs. It also puts us in a position, our grant making has been typically $50,000, $60,000 a year. We, this last year, granted over $70,000. We anticipate we're going to $85,000 and $100,000 in a very short period of time. So again, our thanks to all of you for making that a reality. And so those are all critical elements of a healthy organization, but the true health of an organization lies in having a clear mission, vision, strong and diverse membership, and really strong leadership. And one of the things that I am so amazed at in the Women's Fund is the forethought that went into the planning to build that leadership sustainability. So I've served on a lot of boards over time, and I think many of you in this room have as well. And you know how you get on a committee and you think, I'm never getting off this committee? The thing I love about the Women's Fund is they kick you off the committee after 2 years. They basically say, it's a 2-year commitment, and we'd love to have you, and there's another opportunity after you've done your 2 years, and we'd love for you to do that as well. As I understand it, though, the treasurer position doesn't have that option, I've been told. So we'll see how that goes. The other part for me is this team of the Women's Fund leadership. I'll tell you, it's one of the most thoughtful, collaborative groups I've had the honor to work with. And let me tell you a little bit about what decision-making looks in this organization. It's a very reflective group. There's always an ongoing review of the organization needs and how they need to evolve to meet the dynamic, changing world. It's a very thoughtful group. The group asks the questions and looks at what have we done in the past? What was our history? Why did we do that? Let's give some honor to past decision-making history and culture and listen to all the voices being heard. And then very quickly, the group is very flexible. After honoring the past, the group moves quickly to the future and how best they can change to meet a changing world and organization and community. Their strategic decision-making is always centered around the core mission and value of the center with a focus of looking into the future. So for all of those you who are here tonight, who are members, but you haven't engaged with a committee, you know, that's okay. The other thing I love about this organization, it strives to be guilt-free. If your thing is committing your $200 and coming to a couple of wonderful events and hanging out with fabulous women, that is terrific. But if you're looking to get more involved, I encourage you to think about serving on one of our many committees. Amy Pooley and Vera Nicholas will be over at the table over here at the end of the evening, and they'll be happy to talk to you about that. So our thanks and appreciation to all of you for the work you do and the difference you make in our community. And we look forward to another 15 years of good work to get to that magical 25. And in closing, as these gifts are being handed out, I'd like to share with you the last comment from Katie Peak. Nothing in my life has provided me with more pride than the success of the Women's Fund. I salute everyone who has stepped forward to join in our meaningful collective giving on behalf of those in need. This accomplishment is the result of your philanthropic spirit and concern for our community, and the community joins me in a very big thank you. So, thank you. So on behalf of all of us, the Cabinet, Katie, Madeline, and Stephanie, our founders, the Community Foundation for their support, and the whole team that made tonight possible, and our thanks to all of you, the 400+ members of the Women's Fund El Dorado. Good night to all of you, and safe travels.